Hi everybody, my name is Alvin. I go to a new school. Everyone here thinks I'm not very smart, and that's alright. I actually kind of love it. The teachers give me average grades just so I can pass to the next class and not bother them with my stupidity. A psychologist talked to me for a long time and even tried to prescribe me some pills, but I still don't take them. In the end, they can't diagnose me at all, and they ask everyone not to try to, traumatize me. My parents cannot understand what's going on. They already thought that I was discriminated against in the old school, or worse, violence, and transferred me to another. But here, I like to play dumb, and I'm happy this way. You want to know why I'm acting like this? Well, I'll tell you. Actually, it all started quite a while ago. It was when I was first found out about in my school. I was terribly curious about what it is and how it works. I always loved to learn something, and the place where they are constantly learning something new made me excited. I ran to class every day and listened attentively to the teachers. I wasn't really cool. In second grade, I decided to take up sports, and that's where I ran into my first problem. The guys on the team just gave the coach an ultimatum. They said that they would not play together with this nerd. I didn't get upset, and I signed up for the city team, but that was a bummer too. I was used to knowing everything about what I was doing. I read a bunch of literature, watched hundreds of hours of videos, and began to realize that even the coach was doing it wrong. I began to argue with everyone to prove my case, and I was kicked out. That's how it didn't work out with sports. In fact, it didn't really work out any further after that. I had no friends at all. First of all, I studied a lot and didn't have time for them. And secondly, I studied better than everybody else, and a lot of people did not like that. All the guys would go to the bathroom together, hang out during recess, and I had a stall by myself. Even if I was teamed up with someone for homework, people were reluctant to go with me because I was a nerd by their standards, who knows better than anyone else how to do it and annoys them with my advice. I began to dislike the attitude of people to me, and I knew that this must be corrected. But how? I knew that only one way out: books. So I started reading dozens of books about psychology. To make people actually like me. I began to study the needs of my classmates and peers, started looking at what they do and what they live like, how they dress, and realized that I was not trendy or cool at all. Given that I'd spent a lot of time studying, my ranking in school in terms of grades was really high, and for the same reason, the lowest among the students. I went to all the educational events, Olympiads, seminars, round tables, and brought back here first place. Teachers and all the principals loved me for this, but they didn't love me at school, thinking that I was most likely a snitch. But as it turned out, that getting the approval of teachers did not get me anything socially, and I decided it was time to change. For starters, I had to change my closet, but no one really seemed to notice. And then I started changing my behavior, and eventually, in a short period of time, I went from the best student to the student with the worst behavior. Couple of windows were smashed with a ball. Teachers were brought to tears. A biology Olympiad was disrupted. What began to happen? I became the center of everyone's attention. And it worked. People started to be friends with me. It was quite a lot of fun. We often had rap battles with the guys, and I was not afraid of anything and was always the first to act. My parents and teachers were clutching their heads, and I was getting more and more popular in school. So popular, in fact, that I got in the way of some people and started getting in trouble and getting into fights. But I was better than everybody, and that's why I learned martial arts very fast, and now my bully is in the hospital. True, I didn't really take everything into account, and I was doing 50 hours of correctional labor. But even that wasn't that bad. I met some cool guys there. Now, everyone who disagreed with me quickly shut up, and in return, I helped the guys do their thing. Soon, I became popular outside of my school and was approached by all kinds of people who needed something to hide, something to sell, someone to punish. I knew some of it probably wasn't legal, but I didn't care. It was all about the power and fame and, of course, the money. And it was pretty cool. My grades in school began to fall because now I was spending my resources on other stuff. But I didn't really care. Everything was going fine until one day I met her. She was best friends with Simon's little sister. She was actually really beautiful and a little unapproachable. How had I never noticed her before? I have to have her. Once again, knowledge came in. I did everything scientifically and the process went on. She couldn't resist. I was the happiest guy. Next to me was the girl of my dreams. We had a lot of fun together, especially that my friends were not happy because now I was with them less often. They tried to make fun of me, but I quickly put a stop to that and everyone calmed down. Except that there were more and more people who needed my brain. The orders came in, one after the other, and I was starting to tear up. And when I told the guys I want to take a break, I got beaten up. I was hung up in the hospital for a week and clearly knew I had to do something. My girlfriend was really worried and asked me to go to the police, but I couldn't. I knew that wouldn't work. I decided to make sure I wasn't harassed anymore. I wanted out. I made a bet with the guys that if I could pull off the biggest, most dangerous delivery, they'd let me go. I had it all figured out. That night, Simon and I personally escorted the delivery. We followed the goods all the way. Everything was fine, except we didn't know what was really inside. We didn't know how dangerous it was and that the police were watching the delivery. When I saw the blinkers behind us, I knew we had to get them away from the delivery point and made sure we were chased. We were detained, but the goods were handed over successfully. The investigation began. We were actively telling everybody that it was just ordinary school kids who were just riding around town on a motorcycle. It was pretty scary, but I didn't turn anyone in. The school offered me a deal. I would be a top student again and win a very important project for them, and they would give me a great character and reference for it. I agreed. They let me go, but Simon got 1 year of probation. My girlfriend didn't forgive me, and she left. Had to go back to my studies head first, learn everything I'd missed, and learn a bunch of new stuff too. I won that project, met their condition, and I realized that everyone wanted my brains from me. No one wants to take advantage of my knowledge and skills. I opened the books again, only this time on clinical psychology. I read about what signs a person shows after severe mental strain and stress and began to clearly stimulate them. Psychologists and therapy began. I was pitied and told that the guy was burned out, overtrained, and it was necessary to give him time. And everyone got off my back. I was so high up on this game that I just decided to continue. My parents felt that I was under pressure at school and all suggested that I should move to another one. I gladly agreed. There I went straight in as a regular guy of average intelligence, not very smart, who doesn't grab the stars from the sky, but my teachers gave me a passing grade and told me I could do better. Nod my head and went to socialize with the other guys after class. They don't think I'm a nerd and they don't think I'm stupid. Just a regular guy to them. I feel very safe in my new role. Not long ago, I was called up to play on the soccer team. I don't teach the coach how to train properly, and he's not burning about me. Simon's a dullard, not very smart, but he can punch through any defense with his forehead. So life is getting better, but I can't figure out how to make up with my girlfriend. What do you think? Is it better to be smart or pretend to be stupid? Who has the easier life? Write your thoughts in the comments. If you liked the video, then please like and don't forget to subscribe.